Welcome back, you beautiful people, and thank you once again for sitting down with me for yet another conversation. And also, before I forget, I'd like to ask you kindly to subscribe to the Keeping It Real with Rugby podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, as well as YouTube. And it would be much appreciated if you shared with your friends and fam, as well as follow me on Instagram at Robbie_Gillette. Cool, PR done, let's get into it. I'm going to roll the intro. Hello and how are you to all you sports lovers out there? My name is Robbie Gillette and welcome to conversation number 13 of the Keeping It Real with Robbie podcast, where we chat all things on the mental side of sport, to stories, laughs and banter. Whether into the old pigskin or the old leather ball, we've got you. Today I'm joined with DHL Stormers and Springbok World Cup winning fly-half Damian Willemse, as he shares honestly about the pressures that come with being a young guy in the professional setup, as well as all his experiences at the World Cup. Something that is very clear of Damian is his professionalism and self-discipline, as well as a sense of community and his heart to serve others, which becomes very clear as the conversation goes on. I hope you guys enjoy and let me know what you guys think.
Perfect. Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Geez, that's what teamwork does, huh? Sorry about that, man. I don't know. I flip in technology.
No, all good.
Yeah, I know. How was the day? Let's flip and start with that. I feel like I've had a whole conversation already, and we haven't even spoken.
No, it's been a good day. Just started off today with some kicking and stuff. Obviously we're back now.
Let's go.
Doing contact and stuff. It was a good day of training. Enjoyed it. We got a little bit cut short as well. Started raining flipping hard, and I think the docs and everyone are just a bit cautious with they want guys to get sick and stuff now, especially as we're gonna be playing soon. So just got short a little bit, but otherwise it was a good day. How was your day?
Look, I'll be honest with you. Half the day was me pretending to be in lectures. The other half I spent watching Suits.
Yeah.
And now I'm ending it chatting to probably the guy I was compared to the most when I played in the under-19C side for Rondebosch. And I must confess, Damian, in my matric year, we actually beat Paul Roos at Paul Roos.
Really?
No, I'm lying. We won the first half.
What?
We won the first half. But us Southern Suburbs boys, we took it, we ran with it, and geez, we celebrated it.
Yeah.
But that's just my claim to fame. But your claim to fame is, I think, a little bit better than mine. Playing for the Western Province, the Stormers, and geez, winning a World Cup. So, welcome. Thank you for joining me. And I think I'll ask the question that's on everyone's mind is, when are we going to see Damian Willemse tearing it up on the paddock again?
Yeah, look, obviously very excited for rugby to resume again. Got that hunger back and stuff to obviously play now soon. But as I mentioned, we're very excited. I've been working hard, been doing the things that I can control and stuff. So just very excited to play again and to just get that opportunity again to be on the pitch with every one of my mates and everyone and just enjoy Ragas again. Hopefully soon. Hopefully I can we can get back on the pitch soon enough, and we can all do our thing.
Is there a proposed date, or is that very much confidential?
Look, there's talks, but
I'm putting you in a tough position there.
Well.
No respect. We say no more. Say no more. There's a lot to speak about, but I think, and I know a lot of the viewers are probably sick of hearing about everyone's lockdown. I think that's what everyone speaks about at the moment. But you had a pretty extraordinary lockdown, I think, and we saw it on social media. And I think we should give it the respect it deserves. Just with regards to all the work you did with like the Be the Difference and then the Bok campaign. Can you just chat us through your lockdown and the kind of work you did with in those areas?
Yeah, look, Robbie, so obviously first when lockdown started, I think I went, as soon as lockdown started, I went to the shops to go buy some groceries and stuff. And I drove past like one of the neighborhoods that I always pass. And something just told me, listen, you'll have to do something about it, because I could literally see the need, and I could see people standing on the corners and stuff, not having a job, looking for money and stuff. And obviously, people's income got cut short and stuff. And I just really saw a need, and obviously I then got the opportunity, or I did a few phone calls. I made a few phone calls and stuff, to ask a few people around. I phoned Craig Barry as well because I knew that he had beat the difference as well. So, and obviously I knew that, I had to partner with a charity, that's licensed and stuff to obviously, do the work that I wanted to do. And I spoke to a few mates and stuff at home to help me, and I'm glad that Be the Difference could have assist me in that regard. And we've been serving people ever since then, every Tuesday and every Friday. And I've had wonderful sponsors as well, that I have to say thank you to for obviously taking out their time, their money, and all of that stuff. So yeah, man, it's all about just like my duty as a rugby player, not just just to serve people and to help where I can. I think that's probably just the bottom line.
But bro, like where do you think that heart to serve came from? I mean, like not everyone has that. Like where do you think that heart to actually want to give back? A lot of guys do it just because they can post about it. I mean,
Yeah.
Where did the heart come from in that, bro?
Yeah, I think just like where I come from, I come from that. I know all the people around my neighborhood and stuff. They saw me, they watched me grow up. I went to all the rugby games, not too far away from where I'm living currently at the moment. So yeah, everyone knows everyone in Strand. It's a very small community. People like socialing and interacting with each other, and the community as well. When there's something tough going on or whatever, we'll stand together and we'll do the best we can to help each other. And I just think obviously like earlier days, my parents and stuff, I think they taught me valuable life lessons and values and stuff that I can still stand on strong today. So yeah, I have to credit my parents and obviously my surrounding, my friends and everyone, because 2 or 3 of my friends are still helping me now, without even asking money or anything, because they're my friends, they'll do it for me. And I'm just really grateful to have such a strong circle, and people that I can always look up to, people that always help me grow and succeed in life.
Yeah, I dig that, bro. Like with the serving, like I think I haven't done much, but for the thing I have done, you feel like you get it fills you. Hey, like I find that afterwards, it's like, yo, like come on, let's like take on the world, which I think is cool. I think is very cool. So credit to you for that. I think we all should actually do a little bit more. I certainly do need to, but yeah. I think with the Premiership starting up this weekend, let's chat about your time at Saracens, and actually what the current situation there now. I don't know. I know they've been relegated, but man, from what I've heard, it must have been an unbelievable place to play at. And I think it's the guys staying there, like the big name players staying there, is kind of testament to the kind of club they are. Can you just comment on Saracens, and hopefully you will see them back in the Premiership in 2022? Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, Robbie, like obviously, like how can I put it? Like my time there, obviously, I enjoyed every single minute of it there. It's like the guys there at the club, the coaching staff. They're all hardworking guys, and like the guys to work with as well. And the setup, everything is great. And obviously, I was there for 2 months, which isn't that long, but I spent enough time there to see how the club works, how the guys are, the training facilities and all that. And yeah, man, I can only just speak good things about the club. And just on that point, which you said about them getting relegated now, I saw how the guys, stood together and, stood as one, and, they all have the best interest for the club, and just to see how the guys got together, it didn't make them crack, they only got stronger. And I can remember one game we played away at Gloucester. It was just after the World Cup we won. We went down to Gloucester with a lot of academy guys, a few senior team players, and just to see how the academy boys stood up, how they fought, and they showed how much they care about the club. It's not just about the thing, just saying something about, I love the club so much and it means so much to me, but actually showing it on the pitch, playing for the badge, playing for all the fans back at home. But obviously they did it for themselves, because they know how much they care for each other. And just for me to have been there and lived that, that's not my testament. I can say like, I was there and I could see like this is for real. This is not just something that you hear, oh, Sarries have a good culture, oh, Sarries this. I was there and I could witness that. So definitely my time at the club was was an eye opener, and yeah, that's something that I really want to be part of, hopefully in the future. And yeah, I've got no doubts that they'll definitely be back in the Prem in 2022.
Damien, like I always hear about culture. Like, what do you think it makes a good culture in a team?
Yeah, look, for me, I haven't been in a lot of teams and stuff, but I think it's all about the the values that the team stands for. I mean, like we at Stormers would be different to what the guys at Saracens play for and what their culture would be. But I think it's really important to take everyone's aspect into yeah, like I think it's important that everybody brings his own identity, and then obviously evaluating that, and bringing it into the team, and say like, okay, we've got this blend, or what we've got this type of like vibe in our team. So why not make this our culture? Let's make it say we've got a lot of jokers or whatever. We make it like a fun environment for everyone, and that's going to be like our culture or whatever. But it's a tricky thing. I mean, it's not something that just happens overnight. It's something that you can work around in years and stuff. So yeah, I think obviously the senior players and stuff are really important when it comes to culture discussions and all of that stuff. Yeah, we sort of like worked on our culture and stuff that we want to implement now to Stormers and stuff. And obviously with Tom there and everyone there, Sia and Chris, the guys who have been in the business or in the game for quite a long time, they are the ones that we point to and we want answers from. And yeah, luckily enough, we've got very experienced campaigners, and yeah, they are the ones leading that, and we are just following, and yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. From the brief, I don't know what couple minutes we've been speaking, I think something that's clear and has been spoken a lot about you is just like the professionalism and your discipline. But I think something I want to touch on, because look, you're only 2 years older than me, and like coming straight out of school, straight into a pro setup, I think by the time you were 20, you would have won a Currie Cup. Am I right? 2017. Yeah. Like
yeah,
how
yeah.
like, because I know like as a 20-year-old, 19-year-old, you get up to some stuff that that's like you're not proud of, not anything hectic, but certainly you wouldn't have been able to or you would have been in the spotlight having done any of that kind of stuff. But like how did you manage going into a straight out of school into a pro setup? Like how, like the struggles that came with that, or maybe even just some of the benefits. And if you did struggle, like, yeah, has it always been part of your brand just to be that guy that stands up, that the guy who's mature, he takes by the horns, or did you have to learn pretty quickly?
Yeah, look, Robbie, for me, it was always, I knew what I wanted straight out of school, especially in school as well. I had these goals for myself, and I told myself, that I was going to go for them. And yeah, I threw everything in it, 100%. I went into it, and yeah, I literally, I knew what I was getting myself into. And as soon as I got out of school, I wrote my last exam, and I think it was on a Tuesday or Wednesday. And yeah, I went straight from my exam and I went to go train with the Stormers. So I finished up my first week there. Then I went another month with him. And then obviously, I asked the boss if I could go to Plate Raids. And he gave me the pass.
I was waiting for that.
And yeah, I don't know. I felt so bad while I was at Plate Raids. I was there for 3 days and I took the bus back home because,
oh, wow.
I don't know, I just couldn't do it because I've already been in that state of mind. I want to be a professional and like, I want to be a pro rugby player. I want to play super rugby. Like, this isn't really for me. And yeah, I came back and I think I made a very good decision there. And I could see like how mature I've got over that time, especially training with the big boys, Johan de Jong, Kurt Coleman, Renat Alstad, just to mention a few names, And yeah, I came back to training and the boss was like, why are you back here? And I was just like, I don't know. I just couldn't stay there. And
priorities.
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously, yeah, priorities. And like, yeah, obviously, like for me coming back out of school, it's not easy, especially as I mentioned now on a social level. You want to be out there with your mates, making memories and stuff. But yeah, the benefits, as I mean, at 19 years old, you can win a Currie Cup if you want to be successful and stuff like that. So
and then you can win a World
that's
Cup
always what.
Let's go.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, that's always the stuff that you can look at. But yeah, for me, as I said, I knew exactly my plan that I wanted, and I knew what I was getting myself into, and it's something that I want to do. It's not a burden for me to
Yeah,
miss
yeah,
out on a few KOs or whatever. Like
yeah.
that's not me. I want to play rugby, and I want to be in this environment, pro environment.
Mm. But Damien, how important was, so like you mentioned your parents earlier and where you came from, how big of a role did that play in like in your priorities changing like straight out of school, like halfway through plate range? I think halfway through my plate range, I was 6 flipping pizza breads down and countless down vodka Red Bulls. So like, how important, how
Yeah.
massive was that, bro?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like obviously for me as a colored boy coming from Strand, uh, my parents basically, got me to say to middle high school. They basically got me there by themselves. And obviously, I was lucky enough to, got a bursary from the Rupert Foundation, which I'm really thankful for and grateful for. But yeah, I mean, like obviously my parents, they, yeah, they've been there with me, supporting me, watching all my games. Whether it's home or away, they'll always make a plan to come and watch me. And yeah, I just think the way that we as a family have bonded through those times, has been really special. And yeah, I really thank them for all their hard work. They're people who lead by example, whether it's waking up 5 a.m. in the morning, going to work at 6 or whatever, working late nights and stuff. So yeah, my parents are true role models for or for all of us in our family. Especially my dad as well. He was also ex-rugby player, club rugby player in Strand, and yeah, he sort of like paved us the way. And after I watched saw my dad playing, I also wanted to play rugby.
Yeah.
So it's kind of been in me, in me to play rugby and stuff. So yeah, my parents are, yeah, they are real superheroes for me and all of my family. So yeah.
Yeah. I wonder, like, with last week I was speaking to Nick Groom and we were chatting about like the problem with praise, like like affirmation and everyone going like, geez, you awesome. I wonder, like, when was the first time so you were like, let's call a spade a spade. Yeah, you were a flipping prodigy at school. I remember watching you. I actually have a one distinct memory of I was watching
Mm.
my brother's matric year at Markota, and Mike Mavs was like running
Mm.
down the touchline or whatever. He gassed you. He gassed you.
Yeah.
But you did this like ridiculous dive, and I was like, even the dive was just so cool. It's like, how can I dive like that? But yeah, anyway, that's just. But yeah, so you would have got like a lot of praise in school and like straight out of school. I wonder, when was the first time you got your first like bad article about you and you read it and you were like, what? Like, when was the first time you had that experience? And then how did you feel? Like, it must have been something extraordinary.
um, yeah, I think it was probably 2018. I think when I got my first um like bad article written about me. But I think it was 2018. I'm not sure, 2018 or 2019. But yeah, I mean, obviously, that's something you have to deal with as a professional rugby player. It's coming, whether you like it or not. It's always gonna come. It's gonna be there. But yeah, I just think it's really important to deal with that mental aspect of the game, off the field vibe, and just make sure that you're always in a good headspace, no matter what. Whether you're playing very good or very bad, doesn't matter. Like for me, it's all about ticking the boxes, staying in my process, and just like how I can be better next week and how I can improve next week on my performance. And it starts during the week. It starts on a Monday with your preparation, knowing your detail, knowing the opposition, and yeah, I think that's what you can control. You can only control what you can control, and the things that you can't control, you can't. You just leave that, and you have to focus on the main thing, which is, you know, performing on the training pitch, performing on a Saturday, and then, you know, whatever they write about you on a Saturday or Sunday, whatever, you know, you can't control that. So yeah, it's just about letting the main things, then the main thing, and just focusing on the processes.
I was saying, like, for you with the 10 and 15 combination or position, and there was that chat, you obviously would have had communication from your coaches or whatever. Did you struggle to so they would have told you something, but then would you have read things and questioned it, or is it just that you trust and you don't read and you just get on with it? Specifically with that 10-15.
Yeah, look. Yeah, I think the communication, whether which position I'm going to play, has always been very clear during the week, especially when I was still playing under Coach Robbie Flick. You know, he's been very direct with me, as well as Coach Dobbo, with where he wants to use me, whether it's 10 and 15. And I must admit, like, at first I didn't really understand this whole thing. And yeah, obviously there's been a lot of talks, and I've been answering this question numerous times. And yeah, I just think the more I think about it, and the more, like, I open myself, I think I'm getting to understand it a little bit more. And especially with both positions, you know, I'm learning so much. And yeah, I don't mind actually playing both positions, you know, because it really opens me a lot to learn. And yeah, I said it actually the other day, like, when I'm playing 15, I feel like I've got more freedom and I can run the ball. Obviously there's a lot of stuff and responsibilities that goes with a 15 as well, you know, catching high balls, you know, making sure you organize defense from behind the line, making sure you get into your quick space and all of that stuff. It's really technical and stuff. But yeah, it gives me a different perspective of the game, and gives me a different mindset when I'm playing the game. Whereas at 10, you know, I have also a different mindset when I'm playing the game. And, you know, to me, like, I don't mind none of that. You know, I just want to be on the pitch, and if I can be on the pitch and play, whether it's in a 15 jumper or a number 10 jumper, you know, I'm gonna play, and I just want to contribute and give my best to the team in order for us to win. So it doesn't really matter for me which position I'm playing.
Yeah, I like that. Damian, who is the Kitman's nightmare? It's just a small segment I like to add.
Flip, there's actually a few guys.
It
used to be Dylan Leitz and Skaran Tabeni. Skaran never has his kid. There's actually a few guys, yes. See, there's actually a few guys, but I'd say Skaran Tabeni currently in our team. He never has the right kid.
And then who is the hard worker?
The hard worker. We have a few, eh? You mean on the pitch or off the pitch?
Let's go both.
On the pitch, I'd definitely say Peter Steftetoué. That guy's insane.
Yeah, is it like
he's
6
next level? Like, yeah, it's like just efforts after efforts.
When
and
you're
off
on
the
field,
pitch, I think Chris wants.
And you see him play, are you like, how is this guy like doing this? Like,
yeah, literally, they're like, wow. And it doesn't seem like he gets hurt or anything. Like, he just keeps going. He throws himself in collisions that I'm like, wow. Like, what is this guy doing? How does he do it? Like, doesn't look like he gets. And then off the pitch, I'd say Chris van Zyl. Yeah, Chris van Zyl. I mean, like, I'm saying this because of, like, he still got his job outside work as well.
Yeah,
And
I
I just think he's he's very organized, and he's a lekker guy, and someone I also look up to.
Yeah. Who is the comedian?
Comedian, definitely Godlin or Edward van der Merwe. Herschel Yankees, definitely. No, sorry, I forgot. Herschel Yankees.
And why is that? Why, like, is at the training pitch, or is he just on the quality off the field? I know you can't go too much into that, but
yeah. No, on the pitch, he's a very hardworking guy, very serious guy. Doesn't mess around. He's always very detailed and very strict guy, which I like. And then, yeah, off the pitch, he's just a very funny guy, you know. He always makes jokes of everyone. He's always got something up his sleeve, like a guy to be around with. Very funny. So, yeah, I think definitely Hershey.
No, it's good to play off the field as well, hey, I think, at least. Who
Yeah.
who is on Orcs?
Oaks would be well, me or mm, Chris Van Sale as well. Chris Van Sale's always on Oaks.
Jeez, and then what's being played? What's like? Give us the insight
We,
scoop there.
we try and place like a playlist for everyone, so we'll mix it up between Afrikaans, you know, your regular gum and stuff, and then the guys obviously like rap, like your Lil Baby and the Baby and Drake and those kind of vibes. But yeah, we've got a very like like vast mixtape, which we play. We want everyone to like everyone needs to like listen to their type of music and what they want to listen to. It's not just about what you like. You have to, as a DJ, you have to please everyone. So
Well, that's the thing. You gotta look after everyone. That's what I like to say. But
yes, 100%.
I asked this next one because Chris Van Sale said it was going to be you. So I ask you. I put the ball in your court. I say, who is most likely to become a coach post rugby?
Probably be me. I don't know. And then I think Salman Murat. I think he'll be a very good coach.
Okay.
Yeah, currently I think so. But I think definitely I will go into rugby after rugby.
Yeah.
I keep telling myself like I'm not going to, but I know deep down in my heart I'm going to.
This is back. Okay, let's consider it. Yeah, I think it would be rude of me not to ask about the World Cup. And I think like first up, how tough was it not making the original squad? And then contrasting that, obviously it's unfortunate for JC, but contrast that feeling to the call you got while at Saracens to say, "Cool, pack your bags, you're gonna win a World Cup."
Yeah, look at first. I was at peace. I was at peace because I knew, obviously, with my injury, I was only gonna be back 2 weeks or 3 weeks before they were gonna pick the World Cup squad, and I knew I had to at least play 3 to 4 matches, and I think the weekend after I made my return against Griquas, South Africa played against Argentina. I think at Loftus. And yeah, I kind of knew after that test, though I always knew that I wasn't going to be in the mix because the guys have been playing well, everyone has been performing, and it would just be silly to put me in that squad. And yeah, I was just focused on what I could do for the Curry Cup, and that was my next big goal, just to get back into rugby and play good rugby. I was very hungry to play rugby again, and yeah, I had a few good games. Obviously, the move to Saracens was confirmed by that time as well. So yeah, I had something like to focus on, and then obviously got the call up, and I went on loan to Saracens, and yeah, a few weeks after that, I got the phone call, which I was very happy with, and obviously it's unlucky for Jesse, and yeah, I was thinking about him as well when he went through the injury and stuff, because he's one of those key guys in the squad and in the team, big communicator, very good leader. So it was unlucky for him to miss out on the World Cup, and yeah, obviously got my first start for in the World Cup for South Africa, for our country, and got my first test try as well, which was very lekker in a day that I'll never forget. And yeah, then the rest of my job was just to prepare the guys for big test matches on the weekend, so that was part of my job. And yeah, I'm just very happy and grateful that I could be in that process, to help the guys, and in order for us to win a World Cup, so yeah, I'm glad that I could be there, do my job, and contribute to the team success.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to touch on that with doing your job in when you weren't playing. How like how honest was Rusty and the rest of the guys with roles within the setup, and then also what was your role specifically, if you can go into it? I understand if you can't, but yeah, can you just chat us through that?
Yeah, they are very Coach Rassi and Jock and the rest of the coaching squad. They are very open, and I think that gives us a lot of confidence and a lot of like understanding, if I can put it in that way, because at the end of the day, they are open to us, and we understand that, and there's no secrets or anything. There's no reason for us to or for anyone to go behind the back of each other and say like, why is he not choosing me or whatever, like that sort of kind of vibe that you get in a team sometimes. And yeah, everything was done openly in front of the team. You would say why someone is not starting and why someone is starting. So yeah, we appreciate that as players. And yeah, he made it clear to us, what are we going to be doing, who we covering, what's going to happen if someone gets injured, or whatever happens, worst scenario. And yeah, I think that was pretty much about it. Obviously, I had my departments who I had to challenge the guys and make sure that, I keep them sharpened. And yeah, I worked with Willie, who helped me a lot at the World Cup, throughout the Castle Championship as well. So yeah, it was lucky to still work with those guys. Frans Steyn was also there. Polly was leading us, and yeah, Alton was there. He was also great within that phase of the guys. Alfred was there, making the guys enjoy time off for dinners and stuff like that. Time out, the NPS guys not playing. So yeah, it was cool, man. Like I think like we all enjoyed our time there. And even though you weren't playing, there was always something else for you to do, like where you could be helping or something. So yeah, I think that's about that. And there was no drama at the end of the day, so that's good.
Yeah, I think it certainly worked, but I think everyone would want to know, can you give a detailed account of your experience of the week leading up to the final? Like all those, I don't know what you call them, probably not ceremonies, but all those, yeah, those cool things that lead up to the final. And I suppose, can you comment on the or Japan as a whole as a host for the World Cup?
Yeah, also my start is Japan. I hosting the World Cup. I was lucky enough to be there in 2015 with the Sanix
Yeah,
Junior World Championship. So yeah, we went Fukuoka, and yeah, that was a ball. But yeah, the World Cup was just unreal, man. I think like starting from the training facilities where we trained at, everything was just world class. You'd have everything there: watt bikes, gym, recovery pools. Yeah, everything was just there. Like anything you needed was there. And yeah, the hotels was next level. And yeah, the service, everything was just world class. Like I mean, this was my first like major tournament that I was involved with, except from the Castle, but I mean like World Cup now. So I haven't experienced something else like at the World Cup. But yeah, for me it was world class. And yeah, the week leading up to the England final was like starting from the Monday, just to see the press and everything. I haven't seen anything like this. It looks like those Classico movies, what you watch, and
and
like
those goal
jumping
movies.
off the bus and everyone just taking pictures, going. Yeah, it was something. It was unreal. It looked like something out of a movie. But yeah, I think the way Coach Rassi and the coaching staff kept the boys calm. There was no real panic or anything. Our week remained the same since like how we did it from the start of the World Cup, or like how we used to doing it. We did it like that. And yeah, the guys enjoyed the time off the field. I think it was really lekker. Like the guys were so chilled, and but you could just see that focus and everything. And yeah, I think the prep went really well. And yeah, I think we were just, I think, a bit more focused than England. I think we knew exactly what we wanted to do, where we wanted to exploit them. The plans was very crystal clear, and yeah, I think we just got the edge on them there. Obviously, I think our physicality showed in that game on our defense, and yeah, I think that opened up for us to attack with Mapimpi and all of those guys in the wider channel when they forced a few errors, so we punished them there.
Yeah, geez, that final was incredible. Actually, I watched it down the road, and it was like 10:30. I looked at my phone. I saw it was 10:30. I was like, I should not feel like this at 10:30. That probably won't make the final cut. But anyway, post World Cup, playing Super Rugby as a young guy, where are the motivation levels?
Yeah, I think I'm very motivated at the moment. I think there's still more success that I want to reach. I think there's another level of myself that I can tap into, that I can show. I think I haven't shown people like what I'm really about, and yeah, I'm just very happy to have learned from some of the world's best players, especially like having the opportunity to work with the guys at Saracens with Sean Maitland. With Brad, he's there with Richard Wigglesworth, and just to name a few names, Owen Farrell was there as well, Vinny Polo. And yeah, I learned a lot there, and I'm really excited to, just put all of those stuff that I learned, back into my arsenal and my trade. And yeah, I think like there's so much more room for improvement. I'm improving every day, and yeah, I'm just really excited for the opportunity now again to get back on the pitch and, put my hard work into put it into test. And yeah, as I said, I'm very excited for rugby to resume again and, just play and just, be myself and yeah, just live it again. So yeah, very excited and I can't wait.
Yeah, to say that there's still lots of room for improvement and people haven't seen the best of it. It's a scary thought. I'll be very honest with you, but an exciting one for fans and you actually as well. So I'm here for that and I can't wait. But yeah, let's move on to the Q&A. I got like quite a few interesting ones, but I left those ones out just because. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let's move on. Let's start with: have you ever had your doubts about making it pro in rugby?
No, not really. I think, as I said from the start, like I knew what I wanted to achieve.
Yeah.
I knew what I had to do to achieve it. Maybe not all of the answers, but I knew if I was going to work harder than everyone else, I was definitely going to make it because I had the talent. And yeah, I mean, like, I just knew that if I was going to work harder than everyone, I was definitely going to make it, especially if you want to make it pro. I think it's really important that you work harder than everyone else, harder than whoever's you're competing against. So, yeah.
Yeah, off the back of that, I mean, I've seen the stuff on Instagram, and it's like you're training the house down. What was that 5K time? Because my brother and I looked at it and we were like, that's like what? How?
Yeah, I think it was 18:49, if I'm correct.
I think 18:49.53 seconds.
Yeah.
And then what is the difference between Super Rugby and International Rugby?
Yeah, I think there's a huge step up. It's a very big difference between the two. I think the speed, especially, is very. Test rugby does look slow, but it's not that slow. I think the speed, the tempo of the game, is very fast. So it's very demanding on you, especially if you're playing in the backfield, which I've seen. It's very because the guys kick so much better. The plans of the teams are so much better. And yeah, just the physicality, the error rate as well. You can't make that much errors in test rugby. You get punished. Whereas at Super Rugby, teams would maybe kick to touch or whatever. But whereas in at test level, they'll score all the hour they kick 3 points against you. So yeah, I definitely say those three things has been the biggest learning for me thus far in test rugby.
And then, who was your favorite player growing up? It's actually quite an interesting one, I thought.
Yeah, definitely Quade Cooper.
Not
just because he's a 10, but I just think just because of his skill set and everything, him and Ginya, Digby Ioane.
Yeah, that was a golden era of rugby.
Rod Davies, very good players, and Ben Tapawai as well. They were just a very strong unit. But yeah, I loved Quade Cooper, and we actually had a team called the Reds, Touches team, which we played at December's. So yeah, we wanted to be like them, and Quade Cooper is definitely my favorite.
I mean, yeah, he was quality. Like I was actually,
He's class.
I saw some of his highlights, and I was like, he was just above. He was ahead of his time. Like, if we're being honest with you, he was just ahead of his
Goat,
time. The goat, bro.
goat.
And then who is the best schoolboy and pro player you've ever played against?
Schoolboy, definitely Gianni Lombard. Yeah,
Awesome.
that kid's just on another level, and I'm really excited for him to come through now if we got to resume now to rugby. And then pro player, I'd probably say Aaron Cruden.
Really?
Yeah, I just really think the way he's experienced, but I think like just the way how he plays as well. Like you'll see the short guy, whatever, but you should see how he bosses guys around him, the way he communicates. Like I've just never seen something like that. So yeah, definitely great. Aaron Cruden.
Couldn't. And then would you consider going to the Bulls? You don't have to answer if it's going to put you in hot water.
No, I don't. At the moment, I'm just really focused. Yeah, so I got a year in my contract, so all my attention, all my focus is just really on DHL Stormers and what I can do. What I can contribute to the team and its success. Whatever happens in the future happens. But yeah, at the moment, I'm still here, so I'm just focusing on DHL Stormers.
That's the right answer, Damian. That is the right answer. And then, how does your past and the things from your childhood affect the way in which you practice and play? I think we kind of
Yeah,
already
for
touched
me,
on that, I think.
yeah, for me, it motivates me. Obviously, from where I come from, I've had these big dreams, and obviously for me to have it come through, it's all glory to God.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just want to continue on what I've got going on now. Yeah, I've built myself a reasonable name now and stuff. But yeah, as I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of room to improve, and yeah, it's still a lot of rugby left to play.
A lot of
And yeah,
rugby.
hopefully, I can continue that, and maybe reach more success with the teams or the team that I'm involved with now. And yeah, just very excited to you know for the years coming, future.
Yeah, I saw that thing you posted on your story this morning, bro. I think I dig stuff like that. I think like if more people did that, I dig it. I think it must be a daily thing at least.
Yeah. Like for me, it's all about like sharing positive messages, sharing positive thoughts. I mean,
Yeah,
people share like their TikTok videos and stuff like that, but not really a lot of people share stuff like that. And I
no,
think that's
exactly.
one key area that we need, just like communication and stuff. Like, talk a little bit more,
I
especially in this
agree, bro.
world we're living in now.
I agree, especially with social media, dude, with like
Mm.
Instagram, and I've spoken a lot about it on here actually, just with Instagram and the highlight reel. Um, but yeah, anyway, that's a different chat, I think. But yeah,
Yeah.
one question that came up, which I wasn't going to ask, but I'm going to ask anyway, is it was from a guy that I usually go kick with. He says that when are you going to come kick with us? I wasn't going to ask it because shame, like I didn't want to like show you up because I didn't want to get there and then I'll kick
Yeah.
you and then it's like it's a bit awkward, you know what I'm saying? So I'll ask you when are you going to come kick with us, Damien?
Do you guys want me to come kick with you guys?
Yeah, I'd love to come kick with you, bro.
Yeah, 100%. We can arrange that. We can arrange that anytime soon.
No, that's it. Um,
Awesome, man.
Damien, in the next 4 years, where do you see yourself? What's on the radar for Damian Willemse in after the next World Cup? And you'll still be young.
Yeah, Robbie. Like for me, I think it's really important, as I said earlier, just to stay in the process and let the main things that are the main thing. I can only focus on what I can focus on now. I might even get injured, God forbid, in the next few months or whatever, and I might be sitting without a contract, or I might be out for a year or whatever. So yeah, I'm just focusing on what I can focus now and letting the main things that are main thing. Whatever happens in the future, that will happen. And yeah, I really I don't know where I'm seeing myself in the next 4 years. As I said, I just taking it day by day, month by month, and just seeing what I can do and how I can improve myself and my game. And yeah, if I do maybe get potential offers wherever, I'll definitely sit with my agent and stuff and discuss it and go through it. But yeah, I don't want to put too much pressure on myself. I just want to, focus on my rugby and everything else that I've got going on. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, I know what I want to see in the next 4 years is another World Cup, but no pressure, no pressure. But yeah, Damian, thanks so much. I mean, I looking at the time now, and it's actually just flown by. I know we had a flipping technology stunted the beginning of this, but we got it done because we are.
Yeah.
We got it done. But yeah, thanks so much. I appreciate you coming on and keep sharing those messages of positivity. We love to see, or I certainly do. I know lots of guys need it, especially now. So yeah, and also keep tearing it up on the rugby field, and we'll kick soon.
Yeah, thank you so much, Robbie. Thank you so much for having me on your show. I really appreciate it, man. And yeah, hopefully we can kick soon, eh?
Chad, I think I'll give you a little bit of time to improve on the accuracy.
Okay, yeah, we can somehow do a one-on-one, then you can get it on record.
Well, yeah, I think that's the only way to settle this, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Awesome, David. Thanks so much, bro.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Robbie. Cheers, brother.